Troll is one of those carries where if he can get off his ult and just hit away at Alchemist, he will kill him.
Yeah, even if he's, you know, a little bit net worth behind, 2-3k net worth behind, Troll can still fight into him. Yeah, it's an interesting one. He does add another stun though there for Mind Games, so they're going to have that ability with the Clockwork Enchantress to bring a couple of stuns to the table to remedy that lack of team fight, the issue that you pointed out. But it's always going to feel though with spears and tossbacks, arenas, that one move will have the team fights, the displacement abilities they need to be able to get around the maneuverability of an Ember Spirit or the tankiness of a DP and an Alchemist.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I guess the most important thing now is just sussing out how the lanes will go. If it's, you know, impactful in a way, like an Alch that gets destroyed in the lane, set him back really hard, take the tower early, go in his jungle, that kind of thing could really impact a game like this. But you're getting a last pick Alchemist. You should be pretty safe and secure in your thought that he's going to get to be able to just farm the items that he wants. You're laning into a Mars Tiny, which isn't the strongest lane. It's okay, but it's like a double melee heroes. It's not like as strong as like a Hoodwink Mars, for example.
It's not ideal, but they've got ways to play around stuff there. So how important do you think this Enchantress around early catapult waves is with like DP ult and stuff like that? Is that something Mind Games really have to push the issue with, pressuring tier 1s, forcing rotations? Or are they pretty happy to, you know, do the classic create a barrier around our Alch and let me farm stacks?
Mind Games should definitely defend their towers mid and stuff. You have Ench and Chen on both sides. I've seen Enches rotate way more often for these mid lane towers than Chen's, but it's not out of the question. Like maybe 5 minutes we see some movement there. DP, of course, she's off lane this game, but she has her ult that's always going to be able to pressure and deal damage too. Like I've seen how many times the DP just comes mid and clicks the tower until heroes respond and have to back off. There's a lot of ways to pressure tower this game on both sides.
Plenty of ways.
It's also like a game of rotations or something that you can consider as well. If Ember gets a rune, for example, or leaves the lane or wants to go somewhere else, Queen of Pain, it's usually very easy for her to just shove the lane in and then just hit the tower. So one move we might see the mid tower going down first on Mind Game's side. Potentially. I really don't know. They both can do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential, like back and forth, you know, poking at tier 1s. Maybe we see the mirroring, right, where one team's like, right, we're going for tier 1, enemy goes to the opposite side of the map. I'm definitely curious to see how they want to approach these team fights as well. Like, I'm always going to be looking at this Mars item build. Where does he get the Falcon Blade? That's the big question.
It is the big question. If he gets the Falcon Blade, it's GG. They literally might as well call GG on Mind Games. Yeah, as soon as they see it.
I love winning.
That's such a strong item.
Mellow has the best item build queued up.
What's he got?
Tangos, quad branch, verify into Aghanim Shard.
That's all she needs. Forget bottle by shard.
Yeah.
And so this Tiny, you kind of touched on it earlier on. It's a hero that has felt he's fallen out of favor with a few nerfs to toss, you know, the range and stuff like that. It's still a solid position 4 hero, right? Yeah. He's all right. You're not a fan?
In my dumb ape brain, I'm like, yeah, there's no way he's not like bad. He's fallen off really hard in pros mind, so clearly like there's some problem there, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's got boots first. He can drag waves, get his level 2. And we did start to see a shift away from like avalanche or toss level 1 to this tree grab, so he's trading hits a little more effectively and punching back into this lane.
Yeah,
see what he decides to do.
The big thing about Tiny is just at the end of the day, he'll have a blink and he'll have a way to reposition a team, like anyone. It's a little rough into Mind Games, I would say, because I think DP doesn't mind being in the middle of people. Oh, he's already popping his
Concoction, yeah.
Okay.
And hitting himself. And the range creep's dead. Toss Big Gun back into him as well.
Like Alch, DP are all gonna buy BKBs. I assume Ember might want one as well. And it's kind of like maybe you're okay with the fight being started that way if you get your BKB off, because then you have like just the rest of your team can run in. I mean, Mind Games, they kind of want to run in anyway. You have a clock that wants to like use flare for vision, find someone, hook in. You have a DP who wants to pop Exorcism and just run in and give vision for a team and cause that disruption. Like, I remember watching a lot of Liquid at Arlington, and when they would take Roches with this DP, she would always just run out of the pit and run in like head first into the enemy, just to like split them up and cause some disruption, so the team could always get the Roche. Like, maybe this Tiny is not going to be that effective into this lineup, but it's still a tool. Yeah. Especially if they go high ground, it's something to be scared of. If you are getting ganked, it's something that can just, you know, you can burst this person really hard with like Quaffle, then yeah, it's a big problem.
Yeah, it so quickly alters your expectations of how a team fight's being approached and what you need to do. As our favorite phase of the game has already begun. Seosh dragging creep waves, Big Num following him through the jungle, gathering up these creeps, and a little stun there chucked towards Afterlife. Securing as much farm for the Alk as he can. 4-4 for him. A mid lane, very close fought battle there. Melojul needed that fairy fire to stay alive. Shadow Strike's on the Ember Spirit. And Queen of Pain with the bottle. Doesn't have the blank 2-0-1 build so far. Couldn't go aggressively. I'm just going to look towards the water rune to refill now. A very tight mid lane. And what's going up at top? The one we've not looked at too much. Troll Chen. What a lane.
They'll heal. Has a headdress, heal up. I wonder, the DP's got a quite an annoying like attack animation, which maybe Troll could out-CS, but I think that the harass damage from DP is going to be way too aggro, and the more levels they get, the more threat you suddenly have when Slayer has a cog. So if he can hit a cog on you, I mean, you're just tanking a lot of magic damage. Like, the nice thing of, usually you pick this Troll if there's like some melee heroes and you want to utilize the evasion. Obviously there's more to the hero than this, but at least in lane, it's ideal to be playing into some melee heroes where you can utilize the evasion from the whirling axes and get really good trades off. But Mind Games could just do a lot of magic damage.
It's a bit ballsy there. Knight going for the courier snipe. Allows Slayer to come in with a battery assault, but he doesn't trap him inside the cogs. The trees, it looks like, pushed him out, took too much space within it.
So close. But yeah, look at that, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. He can't keep himself protected with axes, and I think that just makes him scared to walk up to these waves at any point. You need to get these camps unblocked so you can pull the wave.
All three of them. Like, Slayer's done such a supreme job of blocking large camp with Sentry, medium camp with an Observer Ward, which now gets dewarded by Pantomime, but also body blocking for a good 3-4 minutes as Knight, now he's trapped inside the cogs. Whirling Axe is out, but First Blood coming. Clockwork under the tower, gets the kill.
10 returns. I got a creep!
I'm here!
This is classic Dota. This actually is so classic Dota.
Oh,
Everyone is... Oh,
he's dead! Queen of Pain blinks away from the last tower hit as well!
That's not fair. They're stealing the thunder of the kills top. Can't just do that.
A tiny rotation. That'll do the trick.
Nice. It was definitely something to be considered. I was gonna poke fun at this troll. I was gonna say it's classic. You support. You say I'm leaving. I'm gonna go pull. I'm gonna go do X thing, and the carry just dies while you're away.
Yeah. Doesn't come back. Doesn't play defensively.
Oh, that's rough for Ironcrad. Luckily, he's not super far behind on XP, though.
And it did need a tiny rotation, so that takes pressure off of the Alchemist. Big Num gets to deward his camp. Does get tossed, but they miss the spear. Afterlife, the attempt there not working out. Now getting turned on. Acid Spray with Concoction. That's a lot of damage. And Chandra's going to slow him down and has the impetus. This is a dead Mars. Cut down by the Alk in the end. Oh, but that avalanche, that's actually bought enough time for him to get away. The Concoction and the impetus. Oh, man. Super close. The separation between life and death there. Pixels.
3 braces for what, Gary?
Wait, he's got 3.
He's got 3 braces. So I'm going to make up for the nerfs by just simply buying another one. I think at this point, if you're buying 3 braces, you should be getting this Falcon Blade. Because he needs mana regen too, which Bracer doesn't give.
Yeah, but then you're running out of so many item slots.
Oh, I know, I'm saying, yeah, you don't want... You want that instead of... Because you're using 3 slots for Bracer? Yeah.
Well, they nearly killed the Alk. Looks like Dino gets himself away. Enchantress came in right time to zone them out.
Here comes the 6-minute rune fights. Slayer getting that value stack.
Lucky.
Only a regen. Not too bad.
Sayrush being herded out of that bottom jungle.
Wait up.
Ember Spirit doesn't have chains, so just a flame guard, a stomp. Yeah, simple enough to bring down the tiny. Bit of recovery money there for the Ember.
Fails to see.
The troll is doing really well in net worth, but he's like a full level behind DP.
Oh, BB getting gone on and body blocked by the little centaur. The ghost with the slow. Drops her down pretty low. She's got Urn now, so she would love another kill up in this top lane to get some charges going. But it feels like now that Chen has access to these creeps, much more difficult for Slayer to really involve himself.
I want to see some action with this DP ult. Like, I don't think you're trying to match a rotation to the cart, but at least when she's level 6, if Aincrad can make a move up top and they can kill the troll, that would be really, really good.
They've got
to
the
just
Alk.
open them up.
And they've got the Alk with the avalanche toss.
Oh,
Speared him
no.
against the trees. Down he goes.
It feels
Yeah,
like we need to see mids moving.
Yeah. This is kind of what I was wondering, 5-10 minutes in. Do we see the Ench moving? Do we see this Ember and the Queen of Pain rotating into lanes? Slayer just going to TP back. All the way to Fountain, in fact. Doesn't go to his tier 1. So that means Ember Spirit just going to be clearing out a little stack of creeps that was built up for him.
We had a regen rune last rotation of runes. Now we're coming up to 8 minutes. Makes it much more likely then to get a action rune. Clock's gonna head there as well. It might be worth maybe giving up the life of the clock to try and deny a rune from Queen of Pain. Or they can just stick together on Ember and support.
What's your bet on the rune? I guess Arcane.
I guess haste.
And our survey says bottom lane, nothing. Top lane, it's an invis.
We suck.
We're both not correct.
Yeah. Alright, that made the most sense. Leave a remnant top, go back to the bot together. And Invis, that's something that we can use. Obviously, everyone's aware of the Invis rune now, however. Like, both teams spotted it. Knight's playing pretty much entirely under his tower anyway, so it's... Honestly, like, this top lane, I was gonna say, it's just in such an unfavorable position because it's just been pushed into this tower the whole time. Getting this pull-off is quite nice. You want to force Troll away from his tower to potentially get a kill, potentially harass him. He's been super happy free farming, and it makes rotations impossible.
It's so hard to get there with those chain creeps in the way. I'm just looking at this Queen of Pain item build, heading into Orchid, something that I feel like we haven't seen in a long while. It's been much more about that Kaya Sand, Shard, scaling. But what do you reckon here against like an Ember Spirit who no longer wants to buy a Yule Scepter or something early on?
I think it's not bad at all. It's also like
Hesitation in your voice there, Sheepa.
No, I'm considering. I'm like, okay,
You're
well,
doing a think.
Alk is a hero that usually dispels a lot of things with his ult, but silence is going to be really effective against him as well. Right, if you can ever catch him without his ult up, that should be just like a free kill. It's nice against everyone, honestly.
I try and exploit the pre-BKB timings. Because usually, like, this Ember Spirit, I guess, wants, like, Maelstrom BKB. Alk wants Radiance BKB. So you have a good like, 5-minute window or something where they won't have those items yet.
And it is just a lot more damage.
Well, now it's time for Exo to take top tier 1. Alk dips into jungle. 10 minutes in. This is the laning phase breaking down properly. Big Num's going to try hold on to that bottom tier 1. But he's being eyed up by the Tiny, the Mars, and even the Chen now. Coming down into that bottom lane. Alk just farming happily through neutrals.
Chill game, Alk game.
Troll Warlord Battle Fury game. He wants to try and match the farm of the Alk. Keep his net worth up as they do Arena the Trees bottom. See Big Nums Enchantress. That is the arena being spent. But they'll get the tier 1 in the trade for it. I use the glyph to delay the inevitable downfall of the objective.
The glyph reset.
Go on Afterlife.
Anyway.
There we go.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright. We've used one DP ult. 60 seconds until she can use another one. I think she'll use that one to pressure mid.
That's the way of things.
Yeah, we're just waiting for alt items. It feels so bad. I wanted to see Aincrad try and kill this troll, but it really feels like they don't have the lockdown to do it. Like, he'll always just get his ult off. They need to start on him, have the silence go. You have a 3-second silence, maybe with clock ult and a DP ult's damage. I'm not sure. It seems so annoying to execute.
Oh, Slayer in such a good spot. If he dies here, I don't think he really cares, but he's actually going to go aggressively and play towards the Queen of Pain, bringing Aincrad up here as well. They've got the cogs pushed back. A little toss there from Sayush, and Move going to lose their Tiny. And Clockwork, I would have been fine with him just dying because it's protecting the Alk to take his stack a little deeper in his own jungle.
Where are you going?
He actually gets the kill on Tiny as they bring both cores in there. Chen still trying to play bottom jungle. Big Num, the one that they're eyeing up, but yeah, Afterlife cooldown on Arena means he can't go for it. The pressure is mounting on Move right now. Radiant are pushing tier 1 there in that top jungle and making sure to keep tabs on everyone.
I just want to see some pressure going in on these mid towers.
What a bounty!
The DP ult is back up. I wanted to see them poke at it. Just kind of force a reaction. Like, Troll doesn't want to respond to it. He wants to be farming. I mean, maybe the issue is, like, the fear is that if they go anywhere near this tower, if Mars just, like, TP's in the trees next to the tower, they can kill, respawn.
Oh, Slayer.
Little miss.
Missed it there. They do get the courier snipe. That's Voidstone gone. He's still a little distant from the Orchid, but a little delay there of the Queen of Pain. And Chen even sent a couple of creeps for the Dupey to finish off. She was farming a Centaur camp, and 2 more Centaurs appeared, and she kills off quickly. A little bit of bonus money for them, but yeah, you were saying, I also expected the same thing. They kind of sweep through the top jungle, come into mid, but they've just planted themselves here. And it is the idea of this trying to limit the amount of camps Troll has to farm? Like, they don't want Troll farming top jungle, they want him forced to be near Ancients, which he doesn't clear that easily.
I mean, anytime you can take any map control, it's a good thing. BB's just running at Mellow Jewel. This is just like a worst case scenario for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, Blink's on cooldown for another 4 seconds. I've got Battery Assault chipping away at the Quap. She will blink away as the Hand of God heals her. Now Slayer, hookshot TP. They've got a spear to cancel it, though. They'll always be able to find that pick off. But it's chaos. It's nonsense. You know, you're making one move incredibly uncomfortable. They're always having to react to try and buy time for the Troll, and you're straight back into mid lane. Acid Spray with this Orb of Corrosion Sleight of Fist takes Sayush down to like half health with 1 slight, and there's the second one to finish the job. And double
we did it.
Helped.
We found a way to hit the mid tower.
Oh yes. And the
Oh
glyph.
yes. That's fine. We take these. And good on Aincrad. He's just running in to try and split people away from being able to just walk straight to mid and potentially defend it using his body.
There goes the tower.
Has fallen.
So the map opens up. Mind games even easier for them to get into that top jungle, where they do immediately run. Zone out Afterlife. Make sure there's no easy farming here for them. And Alk, top of the net worth. Radiant's very nearly done. He'll have it in a second. He's got it now, in fact.
Something that's really nice about keeping your mid tower up, taking theirs, and taking this top jungle is just that you have an Ench on your team. Anytime you have these summon units like Enigma, Ench, Chen, it means you can farm the harder camps, the scarier camps. Typically, the carry Troll, he'll take the triangle area and he'll take these bottom camps and try to take the lane too. Ench is farming them. She's taking that space away from Troll, so he can't farm his jungle, he can't farm these camps in this jungle. His farm is very limited. They're looking for kills now with this Orchid timing.
I'm going to try and pick off this Ember Spirit, and they should have him. Avalanche, Orchid, toss back into Afterlife, but he's whiffed the spear again! This toss into spear is not working out for one move, and Aincrad's going to be allowed to escape. Hurricane back, the Ench steals the Wild Wing and shoves Pantomime away.
It's hard. I'm telling you now, it's so hard.
Arena now on Slayer. They'll kill the Clockwork. Oh.
They're trying to defend mid. They're committing heroes.
Yeah, DP and Alk just put their bodies in the way. But now you know Arena's down. Orchid did get revealed.
I've tried. Oh no, they're still gonna go for a fight here.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage. Ember Spirit jumps straight into the middle of them, but he's going to get himself back far enough away to allow BB to close the gap now onto Afterlife. Sayush got demolished. And they've got to give up on that mid-tier 1 push. There's a lot of Dire vision here, but it still doesn't feel like the Dire want to play into it or fight. Troll just got his Battle Fury, so he's in farm mode. And Meldril does kill Aincrad in the back. Queen of Pain back in with that Arcane Rune. Doesn't even need to expend the Sonic Wave. I'm playing under their vision, waiting. See if they can spot an avenue in onto BB. Nah, just a silence and a blink away.
Lots of fighting. Don't get that mid tower. You're not mad if you mind games. But they're not getting as much net worth as I was hoping they would have, given that they're keeping map control like this.
Yeah,
like Ember especially.
And getting involved in these scrappy fights. I think it's always going to feel like that when you've got an Alk on your team, right? Like everyone else is going to forced into selfless positions while Alk is being selfish. And Clockwork moving into that aggressive position. Maybe allows them to go on this Queen of Pain, but the Hand of God in a blink again in a second. They missed that silence. Will allow Meladril just to get away.
I think Aincrad's trying to finish a Yules versus Orchid instead of finishing his Maelstrom. He's given up his farming item just to survive. That's obviously a massive benefit for the Orchid. And Queen of Pain going it, it's totally pressured Aincrad and made his game much harder to play. It's like Sayu's really close to his blink as well on the Tiny. One move, hitting a lot of timings. I think it's been like 3 minutes now since Smiling Knight had his Battle Fury. Crawling towards that BKB, gonna be a big one. I think when he has that, they can go ahead and fight on that team. Alchemist getting his BKB. Another one.
Oh, and Aincrad, he saw the Tiny and he just remnants away. Meladril just a little slow on that blink initiation with the Orchid.
They're just trying to take these fights. Like, one move are trying to take fights as far away as they can from Troll to give them the maximum amount of space.
Well, that wasn't a fight. Not a fair one anyway.
It's good. It's so good, though. It's just every single time they run up here and run at heroes and make these fights happen, it's just time that Mind Games can't coordinate a smoke. If the game settles down, maybe Mind Games are like, alright, one move of playing top. Let's smoke to bot and try and kill this Troll Warlord. Or every time they're buying a thing like Orchid, it's making Aincrad go, God, I can't go and make plays. I'll die. I have to play it chill, play it more like a poking game.
Oh, nice Orchid. Stops any hookshot play from Slayer.
But just look at all this attention they're taking.
Yeah.
They're not gaining any objectives off of it on Mind Games. Their net worth lead isn't really increasing.
But can they... Yeah, they want like a kill to go Roche or something, right? That's the idea of trying to play up here. They want some kind of go on a Quap or a Mars. Force them to use ulti or a couple of spells.
The one thing that I will say is pretty bad is it is taking away a lot of scalability from one move. Mars, for example, going that triple bracer, Falcon Blade, he did go back for the Falcon Blade into a blink, is fine and all, but he's spending so much time running at heroes and trying to fight that it means that he's not getting his BKB, his net worth is lagging behind, he's not going to be able to get a Deso like we've seen Notice go. And Mind Games don't even care, they're just going to walk into the Roche and take it right under one move's nose.
Yeah. Aincrad with that last second sleight of fist trying to get the last hit, but it belongs to Dino.
That's big for them now. Now that this has aligned with them getting the BKB on Alchemist, it kind of means that they can take that fight. I mean, they're not waiting for a Troll to peak. They have, well, okay, they might wait for Exorcism, but they should just keep brawling top.
Well, they're going to try and finish off this Alk, take that Aegis out of play, and they do it quickly. How many times have we seen this Alk with Aegis just go to a lane and think, I am invincible, I cannot be killed, and then he dies.
Yeah, a lot. He could have BKB'd, okay? He got God's Rebuke. Like, that has to be one of the slowest reaction speeds, or maybe he just didn't want to waste his BKB. I don't know. I feel like keeping your Aegis is more important, but he had quite a fair amount of time to react there.
Yeah, now doesn't have that backup plan. No safety net, but a great hook shot from Slayer. Slides in towards the forest on the left side and finds Afterlife's Mars. And rallying around that Clockwork, finding that line. I do start to take this top jungle again, angling towards the tier 2. But no Exo for a minute means it's a bit difficult here for them to really set up a team fight.
I think One Mover once again kind of content. Quap is about to finish BKB. Troll has just finished BKB. They've been holding off for so long. They managed to sneak, assassinate that Aegis. They honestly can fight. I believe they have this mech ready, this Chen heal, Hand of God ready. They could probably out-sustain the damage from Mind Games. If they can take a fight in the next 30 seconds even, that'd be amazing, before the Exorcism comes back up, but I don't think they're trying to rush things.
Melo just... What, did she Sonic Wave just Ench creeps? What happened there?
I'm not...
I just saw her Sonic Wave top lane and there were no heroes nearby.
Yeah, I did see that as well.
Curious. I'll toss in. Take down Slayer quickly. Alchemist. He does spot the Tiny under the acid spray as Afterlife. Thinking about jumping back in with his spear, but it doesn't get the arena down and they need the Wild Wing to hurricane them out of danger. But in comes BB with a DP ulti, slowing them down. The toss back, Sayoj saving Afterlife, gets the Mars out of there. Is he going to sacrifice himself for this? It looks like he will. With the Spirit Siphon, BB has more than enough. But the wave has been cut. Queen of Pain makes sure that this push will be halted. Slowed down at the very least. Oh, where's the protection? There it is. I don't think they can take it anymore. Now they've got to give up. And while this is all happening, like you've been saying, Troll is farming. He's only, you know, we talked about in the draft, if he's only 2,000-3,000 net worth behind this Alchemist, everything's good.
Mm-hmm. Everything is pretty good.
Oh yeah, also, around that whole fight, double Dar Observer wards. I feel like that's something that Mind Games have been a little lax on, is they're moving into this top jungle and they're not dewarding. They're not removing the vision from the Dire. And Big Num's going to get caught here because he is under Observer wards. And he's... Slayer's pinging it out now saying, hey guys, we've got to sort this out. We've got to deal with this vision.
I honestly can't believe they're getting away on one move with as much as they are without having a carry. It is just... He's 0-1-0. He hasn't taken part in a single kill. Everything you're saying is right, Gary. These fights are... They have vision down. They're defending the tier 2 tower. Knight is farming. Things are going well for One Move. They will hit a peak point soon where they feel like they want to get him involved. They bringing the Basher out now, going for Skadi. I don't know. I'm not him. I do not know when he wants to fight. I feel like they can fight, but if they feel like they need a little bit more time, it's fine. It's, usually you see an Alchemist, he's like 10k ahead of the enemy carry, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so far ahead. I'm utilizing my hero's tools to be 2 items up on you at all times, and that's just not the case because he's been trying to get so involved on Alchemist, going mid, going top, going to Roche, fighting, and Knight has had none of it. They're smoking him up, they're feeling ready, he's got that Basher, he can kill, he can murder.
Yeah,
it's time.
Alright, he jumps in, he gets the 2-man avalanche, but BB's there with a BKB. Hook shot across, gonna catch him as well. Knight, though, ready to fight with his BKB. As that concoction landing on the Chen and the Quap, but a blink away will create a gap for Melajul to escape as Afterlife is in. BB blown up and a good Sonic Wave pushes them off. Slayer nearly dropping inside the arena, but they've got these Yule Scepters now to try and hold this Knight Troll in place. And I've realized now that Clockwork's buying Yules as well. They really want to try and catch this Troll inside Battle Trance or whenever they can, but Knight so capable of turning and fighting. With the help of the Spear and his Battle Trance, he blows up the Ember Spirit. Big Num might be in trouble as well. They've got the bash on the Alk, but Knight wanting to move away. The Hurricane, the Wild Wing pushes him into the waiting arms of Slayer's Rocket Flare. The creeps are being taken up, stolen, trading hands. Big Num loses the Wild Wing now.
Ooh, the Troll had a real problem with getting kited a little bit. He had to use his BKB just to kill the DP. I don't think DP is the person he wanted to kill. Like, it's nice, but obviously you could see him not wasting his ult straight away just to blow up DP because he knows she's not like the MVP. You want to kill the Alk. Alk was pretty late to join the fight, which meant that he didn't die. They blew everything on these other heroes, and he's able to just go in there, clean up, help kill the Troll.
Yeah, I was wondering, you know, why is Clockwork buying a Yules? Why did DP go for one? Why not, you know, Lotus Orb? Or why not a BKB on the Ember Spirit? And I guess there's twofold, right? It's against this Orchid that you mentioned to try and defend them against that, but also to try and kite the Troll. He's kind of like an Ursa in that regard.
Yeah, like he went on DP and she just heals herself and wastes 2 seconds of his BKB. He's then forced to try and kite out a little bit because he's scared of Alk just going in and killing him.
Dire's top tower is
He needs a
under
little bit more gas in the tank
instructions.
before he can just stand there and not care so much about having a BKB. He needs some more stats. That's what he's going for next. He wants to Skadi, Satanic. When he has these two,
Dire's top tower has fallen.
he'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, and we can absolutely see, you know, if one move get the next Roshan, if they get Aegis in the hands of Troll, these fights can become really problematic for mind games. You know, 1 minute until the fast spawn on Roche. Everyone going to be eyeing up the pit. Double Radiant Vision up in that top part of the map. And Dire haven't really been over here in a while.
Is under attack.
They're all planted down bottom, as it's mind games who smoke as 5, and they're going to wander straight into Afterlife. Can he blink? Can he BKB fast enough? He sees them. Slight misses.
Check the wrong
Radiant's
direction.
bottom tower is under attack.
Unlucky for him. They're pinging Troll now. Knight might have stayed around too long. They've got Yules, the Exo, and he can't even BKB TP because there's always that threat of the Slayer Clockwork. They're just focusing him with the impetus shots, and there's the hook shot landing onto the Troll Warlord. He gets the battle trance off at the last second, though. Able to turn and fight within the cogs. Afterlife with the arena, trying to trap them inside as Knight in the 1v1 battle, losing out to the Alk, who's a little bit stuck, but will move forward with the concoction until he realizes this fight has come to an end. They lose the clock as one move somehow, holding their ground and just standing there. Oh no, Ember Spirit Silent Spear, they've caught him out. They don't follow through, but another concoction gonna go astray. Landing back into the Alchemist.
Hey, there's no Alchemist ult.
And a toss back finds BB. No BKB, no Yules. And this is on the doorstep of the Radiant base. If they get Big Num here, maybe another couple of kills. Think about forcing buybacks and poking high ground, because Melojul with a catch on to Aincrad here forced the Yules early on, and Sayers with the blink Toss kills him off. And they're breaking up staircases. They've got this tier 3 in their sights.
Is under attack.
I can't believe they didn't manage to kill Knight there. I thought it was really good when the Clockwork managed to separate the Tiny from the Troll, because you could clearly see he wanted to toss him to safety, but there was no target, so he was forced to use BKB on Troll. I thought it was over for him at that point, but this
Has fallen.
was his 8-second BKB reveal. It lasted a little bit too long.
Dire's
And that lifesteal was pretty insane too. The heals from Chen, everything
Yeah.
kind of coming together in their lineup to just make sure that Knight can freely play these fights.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Just,
has
yeah,
fallen.
they lasted for so long. These Yules though, I mean, I know obviously that one move won that fight, but I really loved the Yules. You highlighted them earlier. Again, like, say you moves in with his Tiny, he knows that Alk stunned himself, he wants to go in and get a toss back, and they just have so many Yules to kind of keep everyone at bay.
Dire
Yeah, like there's the first one. Yules the Troll. Try and catch him out. They also got the separation of the fight. The Queen of Pain up at the top as we come back to live. Sayers Tiny backing away. And Dino did pop his ulti for this. Roshan is alive. And maybe knowing that Tiny's low HP, Queen of Pain might have shown under a ward low mana, both of them returning to Fountain. There's an opportunity for mind games here just to go into Roshan.
Heal us.
Are they going to be able to sneak this? Hellbear coming. Potato Man sees them. Hello. Stolen by the inch. But now we'll have the team. Oh, who BKB'd?
Oh, she BKB'd, okay.
Quap BKB'd.
Cool.
On division. They know.
Back.
Radiant's top tower
Actually
is
messed
under
up.
attack.
They're gonna smoke in, they're hunting. They smell blood.
They have the wards. They have the advantage. They have the high ground.
Go, go.
Who can they find though? They're pinging. They saw the Chen. They know that Troll's nearby. Sleight of fist to try to get vision. The hook shot. Slayer finds the target they want. The Avalanche trying to delay this. Silence comes. And the BKB being held by the Troll as the Alk turns onto the Chen instead, trying to remove that hero from the fight. Turn back onto Aincrad though and blow him up. The Ember's down. Slayer has to self-fuels now. The DP struggling inside this arena. Has to self-fuels herself. But when she lands with a thud to the floor, she's gonna fall. Not enough to heal her up. An Alchemist left all alone. A triple for Knight. The Troll, the big bad boss of this battle, gonna run towards Dino's Alk. One last concoction's not gonna help you. And Mars arrives. Give the rampage
Rampage!
to everybody run away to give Knight the 5-hero sweep in that team fight.
Oh, he's a big boy. They have so much control to let Troll just hit people. It's just he goes in on his like. Sorry, I have to control myself. It was such a good fight for one move. It's everything that they've dreamed of. This clock goes in with his hook, but you don't have enough control on the side of Mind Games to stop the Troll from getting his BKB off. And then he's able to just use that to kill someone, at least get them extremely low. And then you have the follow-up from your Mars Arena. They're just constantly finding ways to keep pulling people back in. You have so much control. It's just crazy hard for Mind Games to bring these fights like out for a really long time because they don't have any team fight.
Yeah, and it's like the patience from Queen of Pain, right? She's on the outskirts of the fight, just throws a Sonic Wave in. Afterlife held his arena until BKB's expired. I think that's a huge part of how they controlled everybody in that team fight as well.
Yeah, it's way too hard. Like Mind Games basically have to find a way to burst someone that they see. So they're smoking in, right? Which means that they kind of have to go on the first person they see unless they're playing around a ward, which they're not. It's okay if you approach like a cliff or something and you can put the ward down and maybe get some vision of different targets. But otherwise, you're just breaking on a troll. You have to go on the troll, and you're playing into a Chen. Like somehow you have to burst him through a mech, a wraith pact, like damage reduction, and a Hand of God. It's impossible. You just can't do it.
Yeah, and Slayer, he wanted to steal the haste rune. Not going to pay off for him though. As Afterlife spots the Enchantress, Yules and sent skywards, but Melojul with the Sonic Wave clipping onto this DP. A very low duration Black King bar there from BB. Gonna really be afraid of this Arcane Rune, Haste Rune, Queen of Pain charging into your base. A Knight with an Aegis. And this Troll, you can't kill him once, can't kill him twice. He's just going to break open your base again.
Bam, 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 bam.
Radiant's middle tower.
You're a bit, you know about the Flintstones, don't you? You're a bit young for that, maybe?
I was about to say a little bit before my time.
Yeah. I just when you're saying bam, 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 you know, he's one of the kids in the Flintstones.
It's also a sound.
It is also a sound, yes.
I know, I was just making a very obscure Flintstones reference.
No, I'm not saying that. Just like that. That's what you reminded me of. Just bam, 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 bam. I mean, that's what he was known for. You know, having a club and
Gary.
battering into things. I am a little.
It's time to retire.
I am aged. Yes.
Yeah. Got that pension going.
Radiant are
Yeah.
scanning.
I'm nearly a decade older than you, aren't I?
Dire are scanning.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Sheepo, reminding me. Yeah.
I
needed that today.
Why would you talk about that? It's embarrassing.
I made an Austin Powers reference at the major, and I got called out by someone for that as well. Big Num has no buyback here, so 4v5, one move, up to the high ground again.
Yeah, I feel like Troll would really enjoy having an Axis game. Just to deal with these chains.
Sage forcing the BKB, good hook shot. Slayer catches a couple on the way through, but the Hand of God, the heals, and keep the Tiny alive a little bit longer, forcing MG to focus on him. And now the Yule Scepters, keeping Knight away from the barracks, but this is so much expended. Chemical Rage, Exorcism, Yules, BKBs, and Mind Games, all they do is hold their high ground.
It's like seeing gold, literally. When you see those 3 BKBs pop, you're like, okay, boys, we got an opening here. You still have your Aegis. You could probably just force the high ground again. Yeah, you have so many cooldowns down now. It means that if you ever get any stun, they are stunned. There is no getting out of it.
Yeah, just come back up for round 2. A Troll, a minute and a half on Aegis, kind of wants to die. Pops the Satanic, but Yule's up in the duration. Oh, look to take his first life, but he does still have BKB Battle Trance when he respawns. There's no time to toss him back, so a little bit trapped here behind the barracks. And Afterlife's ready with a blink and an arena. Impetus shots landing on the Troll. BKB just before the concoction lands. And the Wraith Pact limiting the damage the Radiant can bring, so it looks like Move gonna retreat now. Fall back a little bit.
Getting Glyph is still a win. It just means that the next time that you win a fight, everything is yours. She just keeps throwing that all out willy-nilly. She doesn't care at all. She's like, oh, regen rune. I'm just gonna farm.
Yeah, I mean, she got the level 20 talent now at least. Previously, she didn't have that, but 1 minute cooldown reduction. Just chuck out the Sonic Wave when you can.
Sure. The Troll is playing very much to keep with his team. Sometimes when you play Troll, you see these pros buy a Blink Dagger just so they can get on the target they want. Just like go to town, hit him, pop ult, just try and burst someone as quickly as you can. But he's not doing that. I think he relies really highly on being around, like the Tiny being able to potentially toss him out, or Tiny tossing someone to him, or just making sure Mars is covering him with the ult. Just going for more damage, more ways to stop these people from kiting him. Make sure people can't use themselves by getting a nullifier.
Let's smoke up to high ground. BB sees them coming, but they've got a Hex. They found the Alk. He's speared against the arena. He's dead. He's dead for 70.
That's Rax.
Nowhere near buyback. This might just be game over. There's no BKB on DP. She does have Exo, but without your Alchemist, your top net worth hero, I just don't see a way back in. Yeah, they're prepping themselves. Push out that mid wave, clear out top. Different angles to approach the Radiant base. A nice Troll Warlord. What did you say he was? He was 0-1-0, like 20 minutes in?
Yep.
8-2-5 now.
He has done it. He has come online.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle.
I mean, you have to give massive props to his team, right? Because whilst he was like going 0-1-0, literally not taking part in the game at all, is a feat is only accomplished because his team did such a great job of giving him that space.
Yeah. Oh, the Hex again. Ironcrad. Oh, he's trying to play with him, but he does have buyback available. Alchemist respawning in 10 seconds. Slayer still trying to play forward on this Troll Warlord. BKB Battle Trance. He's ready to continue fighting in range mode. Got off his Satanic as well, but the Yule Scepters stopping him from regenning. They've actually caught Knight out and killed the Troll. The defense of the base. The Ancient being held. Ironcrad back in onto the Tiny now. And they'll rip through him with the Impetus hits. Okay. These Yule Scepters, they're paying off.
Actually so annoying to deal with. Oh, he's actually giving up on
Satanic? You've battle tranced? Yeah, you Yulesed.
Yules. You're relying on a BKB that's only 6 seconds long now. And he's realized this. He's angry. He's buying a refresher.
Screw you guys.
Screw you. Stop it. Stop it. Stop putting him in the air. Stop purging everything I have.
Alka's buying an Ags. Who's it going to be for? Ember? I'll assume Ember, right?
Probably.
Clockwork double hook shot?
Maybe there's time for Bignum to carry the game. Sprink?
Sprink? Yeah.
Sit for a queen.
And they have a lot of good Ags.
Oh, DP. That's tragic. Slayer trying to catch up to this Queen of Pain. They have rooted and trapped her in the cogs, but she's able to get out with a BKB. Can't catch up to Afterlife either. BKB TP, nothing to stop it now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe that's where you need
assassination.
Maybe that's where you need the clock Ags for the double hook shot.
Honestly, not bad. If they're trying to go for the most amount of lockdown that they can onto Troll, then I actually do like that as an idea. If you're trying to do more damage to Troll, maybe you could give it to the Enchantress. Right, Ember Ags must have gotten a little bit weaker off the back of that nerf, right? They put a cooldown on the remnants. You can't just spam them anymore.
Okay.
But it's probably still fine.
Yeah, I think he had it queued up previously as well, and then realized he didn't have enough money to buy it, and went into Lincoln's now.
Despair.
Yeah, watching that fight back Knight getting controlled so well through the trance and the Satanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will have multiple sides of Vice now. Queen of Pain, Mars, both with these hexes. It really is a case of multiple blinks, multiple forms of like hardcore initiation. If they can find the Alk or the Ember Spirit before they get off their BKBs, it's lights out. And we're looking at buyback status. A DP, Ench, the only Radiant heroes with them. I mean, Alk can get a bit of money to get his back, I guess.
This hexes make complete sense. You just look at the two sides of the coin. You have the damage in Troll Warlord, and you have the control in Queen of Pain and Mars. They know that Troll can kill everyone as long as he's allowed to hit. So he's enabling that for himself by getting a refresher, so he has 12 seconds of magic immunity. And Quap and Mars are helping him by just locking people down, hexing them so they can't get off these Yules. And this is their win condition. You're playing into no buy, or at least some non-buybacks.
Yeah.
if you can kill Ember again, for example, it's just a much, much easier way to finish this game. There's only one Rax left.
You know what's really satisfying?
Yeah.
Roshan timer is 000 when they've paused.
I know, I was looking at that going, is that, like, I'm hovering it. Usually when you hover it, it says, is that when it's about to respawn? But it's just not working.
Now I mean, if it's not a tooltip glitch, that's yeah, fast spawn should be now, so we should have a little golden clock appear in a second when they do unpause.
Okay.
I don't know, it could be one of those little things that's gone a bit weird.
Yeah.
I think the observer sees the same thing as well, right? Yeah, so it should be when we resume, we get the little golden timer come back. And see how long it is.
I don't know how to work without the information. And
there it is.
1 minute and 38 seconds until Roshan respawns. Big. They need to get, so with the deaths and what they've achieved, Mind Games right now, I would like to just see them try and get the most valuable vision that they can down. They've already done that by placing one on the rune top riverside, just to let them see Roche, to let them potentially see any movement on those stairs mid. Actually, no, that's what. Wait, that's who's friggin' what is that? No, that's one move's mood. Ward, sorry. Well, they've done this. Well, they've done what I want.
Mood.
They've done. Guys, I've been casting for too long. Oh, I wasn't built for this. I do desk work. I do 15 minutes on the desk and it's over.
Yeah, welcome to the brain melt. This is where the leak happens. All of your brain juices are just out of the ears, out of the mouth, out of everywhere. This is why Lacoste makes his finest jokes. The greatest of puns are made 40 minutes into a game.
Dire's gonna make their one move to the Roche pit.
Hey.
While Radiant are playing mind games.
That's a Reddit thread for you. That's a front page top voted.
I hate my life. I can never be Lacoste. It's over.
Nobody can. He's a one of a kind.
He really, really is.
15 seconds. Radiant scan.
You know, you could almost say Lacoste of him is priceless.
Well, I mean, you got a wheeze out of me. That's...
I'll take it. Yes.
Solid.
We're going for a Roche fight. That's the most important thing. This Roche will probably decide the game for one move if they get it, and for Mind Games, it gives them that, yeah,
opportunity.
Hope. It gives them hope.
Hope. Enchantress, no hope though. A Wild Wing push back into the Abatos, displacing Big Num to the high ground. Slayer, he's in there with a hook shot, looking towards Knight, but he got his BKB off pretty early. So they'll be able to shred through both of the supports, but both of those supports have buybacks, so we're still in a 5v5. And Radiant do have this nice high ground ward. They can play into their vision. Sayush with a gem though, he's gonna get rid of it. No more ward, no more vision, no ability now for Mind Games to play up to that high ground.
They forced the buyback. And Mind Games are bleeding buybacks. You've used Ench, you've used Clock, you've used Ember. Right now there's 5 buybacks on one move. And they're playing Dire, so they have the outpost.
Yeah.
Waves pushing in bot. They're feeling pressured.
A Hex, a Clockwork is in. Self-fuels. Alchemist charging that concoction, but he can't see the troll. The Glimmercake kept him safe. They do blow up Pantomime as the arena focusing onto the two in the back. The DP and the Enchantress. They turn and fight into the troll now, though. Do they have the shard with the fear? The catching out the troll with the bash with the glimmer again. Pantomime's buyback paying off big time, and a focus on the Alchemist will allow Knight to bring them down. Nothing left for Mind Games to give. And GG called.
But nicely played by one move. Bringing it back to a 1-1. I can't believe at the height of my brain mush I have to cast another game. God damn it. But they executed this lineup really well. Honestly, I love the fact that the rest of the Trolls team, they're just constantly going top, taking attention, pushing fights, forcing things, defending their tower, and making it so that this Troll was able to just get the exact items he needed for them to finally take a good one-on-one fight. This Troll was out farming an Alchemist. Like that's how rough this matchup